Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Pete Toll, aka PT Sports 84, back with another, just a quick video on this one. It was brought to my attention by Dopey Music, one of my subscribers. He reached out to me to let me know that in today's roster update there were four teams that were updated with some playbook updates. So just wanted to highlight those real quick and um, go over those teams. Just try to stay as informative as I can for everybody that likes to play, especially offline rosters. So the four teams are the Memphis Grizzlies, the Miami Heat, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Indiana Pacers. As everybody knows, Nino Samuel, aka Dazar, is in charge of the playbook updates. He has put out previous videos saying that he and his team were working on continuous updates throughout the season. Various teams will be updated as they could. Obviously, new check for them comes into play, changes a lot of variables. So sometimes they come quicker than others, but I'm grateful to always get playbook updates throughout the year based on the current season's play, which is what these are based on. Um, so let's jump into it. So, looking at the Memphis Grizzlies, they get an increase now to 48 total plays, and their plays were increased +3 for 3-point plays, +4 for pick and roll plays, +1 for ISO plays, +1 for post up low plays, and then a +7 for handoff plays. Obviously, we know the reason for pick and roll and handoffs. Obviously, John Morant being so dynamic changes a lot of things for the Grizzlies schemes under Taylor Jenkins. So that's the changes for the Grizzlies. Really like those changes. As you go through, you can look at each of the teams. And when you see for Memphis, for example, MEM and then a play ran, that's how you know which ones were changed. When they have the MEM here, or like for the Clippers, for example, LAC in front of the plays ran, that lets you know that those teams were updated with new plays for the 2022-2023 season. So next team is the Miami Heat. They get an increase to 48 total plays. With that, they go +2 on 3-point plays to 9, +5 on the pick and roll plays. They actually lose 3 plays on the isolation plays, obviously, as they've been ISOing less this season more than ever. They get a +4. All 4 plays were added in this update for the post up low play type. And then we get a +1 for handoffs. And with that, we can look at who the post up low obviously is for. Bam Adebayo there. And then you could look at Kevin Love being a member of the team, as well as Cody Zeller doesn't have any, but Udonis Haslam, Yurt 7 has it. So those guys have those plays. So to have those added into the game now makes it so the computer will actually integrate those into the playbooks. And I'll show you something before the end of the video on to make sure your proper settings on getting those. But let's get back to the playbooks real quick. Um, Charlotte Hornets are the next team. Carlos, yeah, the classic team playbooks. Hopefully by next year, now that the era stuff is in, we'll get more classic team stuff. I think they'll have more time to integrate those in. If the my understanding is the era stuff, based on what Eric Bonish had said before, he'd like to see the era stuff continue. He is the guy that's the driving force for the my NBA eras. So I would think if he's pushing it, that'll actually be a part of 2K24. So hopefully, yeah, more updated plays for the classic teams across the board. So Charlotte Hornets, real quick, 48 plays total, or 49, I'm sorry, plays for them. They get a +3 in 3-point plays now to 8, They get plus 12 in the pick and roll. Obviously, having Dennis Smith Jr., Terry Rozier playing a lot of point guard, LaMelo there. Um, the pick and roll has been used. Nick Richards rolls a good bit, and now having they kind of based it off of Plumlee being there. Obviously, Plumlee got traded at the deadline, but Mark Williams can roll a little bit as well. Um, they got plus 2 in isolation plays, plus 1 in cutter plays, plus 2 in post up low, and then one plus 1 for handoffs. Not doing much handoffs, dribble handoffs, things like that as much as other teams, especially not under as often under Steve Clifford. So, last but not least in the update is the Indiana Pacers. They needed an update because having Tyrese Halliburton there, now having Mathurin, Buddy Hield, like those guys in there, kind of changes the landscape of the team for this year. They go up to 52 plays. They get plus 9 in the pick and roll. As I mentioned, Tyrese Halliburton being there, TJ McConnell playing the point guard, Andrew Nembhard being able to play both guard positions plays a big role in the pick and roll play type being utilized. Isolation plus 3. You have Mathurin ISOing a good bit, and then he shoots threes. Kind of doing his one-on-one thing. Chris Duarte can ISO a little bit. Of course, obviously the guards can as well. And then we have, last but not least for them, plus 4 in handoffs. So, looking at that, that's just guard heavy play for Rick Carlisle's team. It is what it is. But overall, respectable update. I'm glad to see these. I would love to see one more this year, just kind of cleaning up the remaining teams that they couldn't get to for this season. And then my overall wish is to add 3-point plays to the Pelicans. I still am a little baffled why 3-point plays weren't included with the Pelicans, especially for Trey Murphy being on the team. McCollum can shoot threes. That I think that the play type is deserving at least 2 plays thrown in, so that way when we play online, if you do so, I don't, but my buddy Matt does play now online a lot, and he uses the Pelicans quite a bit. Those are not available. You have to manually add in stuff, so that's a little frustrating, I think, for him. But that's something I would love to see, especially being that the play types for the Pelicans has Trey Murphy with the 3-point ability as his lead play. Now Josh Richardson can shoot the 3 a little bit. Like I said, not a heavy team, maybe 2 plays overall. And CJ McCollum, of course, has it down there, but just adding like a couple plays in there would be great to clean that up, just to get it perfected. I did a video earlier talking about the Atlanta Hawks and kind of where they were with their coaching standpoint. It looks like now it's pretty much coming very, very soon. Quinn Snyder is going to agree to a deal with the Hawks to be the head coach. Oddly enough, Trae Young is out for personal reasons. I don't know what all that's about. Maybe it's being a diva. Maybe he actually has something going on. Who knows? But if I'm the Atlanta Hawks ownership, I'm taking, a closer look at why this keeps happening with Trae Young and all that stuff. But anyway, like I said earlier today in my other video, if you haven't already watched that one, go click on it. Please like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't. I had mentioned that if there's another update tomorrow with the new season for my team coming out, and possibly we may see a retro update. I don't know that for sure. If Quinn Snyder is named the coach and he's added in tomorrow's update in time, then I will update that and talk about the Hawks a little bit. Otherwise, nothing probably until next week because 2K doesn't put updates out on the weekend. But just wanted to get this quick Playbook 4-team update out to everybody so they know what's going on. I appreciate you, Dopey Music, for hitting me up, letting me know that. I want to go ahead and get this recorded as soon as I got back home. So that's it. folks. I hope everybody has a good rest of your weekend if I don't have a video out tomorrow. Otherwise, I will see you then. Thanks for watching.